Two brain systems are involved. One in the basal ganglia, a set of structures deep in the brain's exterior, responds automatically and predictably to certain stimuli. For example, your morning alarm is a stimulus that activates your getting up habit. This will include sub-habits such as shower, make coffee, get dressed, drive to office, and so on, each with their own triggering stimuli and dopamine reward. The other brain system, which is goal-directed, is located in the cortex, that organ outer layer. Its dopamine reward comes from deliberate action being successfully performed. This goal-directed system can, if necessary, override the stimulus response one. For example, if the radio tells you of a traffic problem, the drive to office subroutine will need conscious modification. For one-off modifications of habits, the arrangement of routine on override works well, but permanent changes such as either breaking an old habit or making a new one are thought to require awakening the stimulus-driven system to reduce the pertinence of old stimuli and strengthening the goal-directed one to increase that of new ones. In a paper published in January, A. Boapang and his colleagues at Trinity College Dublin reviewed the evidence behind various ways in which this can be done. In practice, most proven approaches seem to operate on the stimulus-response side of the equation. Deliberate repetition, that's the stalwart of hopeful resolution makers, trains the brain so that what was once goal directed becomes automatic. Trains the brain so that what was once brain trains the brain so that what was once goal directed become automatic. What was once goal directed becomes automatic. In the case of driving to work, the incentive to do this is strong. You won't get paid otherwise. For things more easily abandoned, reinforcement with small rewards, whether the kick of having lost another kilo at your weekly weighing in or the praise generated by language learning or fitness work similarly. To break an unwanted habit, on the other hand, consider removing familiar stimuli. Moving house in note to help, though calling in the removal vents is a drastic approach to resolution keeping. Why people learn bad habits in the first place remains mysterious. Most habits form precisely because they are helpful. Automatic behaviors such as those involving a morning routine reduce cognitive load and free mental resources for other tasks, such as working out what to say in the 10 o'clock meeting. But these mechanisms can be subverted. The nicotine inhaled by smoking tobacco, a type of habit so powerful that it has a special name, addiction, stimulates dopamine production directly. This is something natural selection could not have foreseen. Non-addictive habits like procrastination are harder to explain. In the end, though, all this science continues to support the idea that when it comes to habit formation, good old-fashioned power is the way forward, as the only joke has it. How many psychoanalysts does it take to change a light bulb? Only one, but the light bulb has to really want to change.